Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of my random small projects. And in this episode I'm going to create a simple countdown timer in HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So countdown dash timer. Alright, let's make a file, index HTML, style CSS and index JavaScript. Alright, then let's get the necessary code, and this will be countdown timer simple. Alright, and now we gotta link the style sheet over here. So let's get the style CSS file, and then we are ready to go on to the main section. So I'm gonna start by creating a div section, and that's gonna have a class of timer container, and then that's gonna have a class of an element h1. It's gonna say countdown timer. Alright, then we're gonna have an input element. The type will be a number, ID minutes, and placeholder will be minutes. So yeah, there we go. It says minutes, implying to enter a number in minutes. Okay, let's make a button, ID start button, and let's make it to say start. And then we'll make another div section, div ID timer dash display. It's 0000 at the beginning. And yeah, then we gotta get the script source, and that's a relative file path. And there we go. All the files are linked together, and now we can get on to styling this. So I'm gonna style this. I'm gonna first use the body, and I'm gonna make the font family. No, not that. Whoops. Font family Arial Helvetica Sans Serif. Display is going to be flex. Let's justify content to the center. There we go. And align item center. Let's make the height 100 viewport heights. So yeah, the height of my web page is going to be equal to the height of the web page, if that makes any kind of sense. Alright, then the margin is gonna be 0, and the background color is gonna be F5, F5, F5. And actually I will use HSL values, and I'm gonna make this a little bit darker. Let's say 80, 60, 70. Yeah, let's go with that. And semicolon. Then I'm gonna style my timer container. So background is going to be white. We'll add a little bit of padding inside the element. We'll get some border radius of 5 pixels. Box shadow 0010. I just want it to be all around. And then RGBA 0.12345. Let's say 0.5. The width 250. And text align center. There we go, looking better. Let's take the input element and add some padding. Alright, font size 16 pixels. Width, this is going to be a calculation, So it's gonna be 100% minus 22 pixels. So yeah, it should be aligning itself. Oh, actually no, I haven't added any media buttons. Anyways, now that we are here, let's gonna add a border of 1 pixel, solid, DDD or gray. Once again, I could use the HSL values because I like them. So let's make this 70. I kind of want to make the border a little bit thicker. Even though it's actually not even selecting the border of this. Wait. Alright. Well, I don't necessarily need that. So there we go. Let's use the regular border. And then we got the button right over here and another div section. So start button is the ID, but we don't have to use that. We only got one button. So let's add some padding, no borders, border radius 5 pixels, background color 007 BFF. That looks good. Color white, cursor, pointer, font weight, bold, and margin top 10 pixels. Alright, looking good. Then button colon hover. I'm gonna use HSL. So yep, let's take this value and put it inside of here and make it the lightness 40%. So yeah, now you can see the button is getting darker. Alright, after the button, let's create an element, timer display, or style it, the element. Timer display, we are not creating it, we have already done that. So hashtag timer display, font size 48 pixels, looks good, and margin top 20. Alright, there we go. And then I'm gonna go to JavaScript. So first let's make a constant of minutes input and document dot get element by ID, and that's gonna be minutes. Alright, then start btn for short, start button. Let's get the element by ID, that's gonna be start button, and then const timer display. Yeah, timer dash display. There we go. And now I'm going to I'm gonna add an event listener. Document dot add event listener. DOM content loaded. We'll use an arrow function like this, and I'm gonna add these inside of this. So basically we got a event listener now on all of these, so when I click something's going to happen, but we haven't yet assigned the event, whether it's going to be a click or what. Anyways, let's make a variable timer interval and function start time, and then we will make a scoped constant called minutes, and that's going to be the minutes input. But first we gotta make the minutes input because it's a string. We gotta parse int, so this will change the minutes input that value into a number, and if that is not a number, the minutes, or if somebody sets minutes to be less than 0, we will say this: alert, please enter a positive number. And there we go. Okay. Semicolon expected. It's an if statement. Why? What is going on? Minutes and yeah, let's do it like this. There we go. Now it works. Alright, then I'm gonna go over here and then I'm gonna make a variable time, and that's gonna be minutes times 60. And then there's going to be clear interval timer interval. Okay, and then timer interval will set interval, and we will use an arrow function. So const minutes remaining equals math.floor. Math.floor will round down, so it's gonna be time divided by 60, and then const seconds remaining equals time modulus 60. So yeah, and then timer display and the text content is gonna be a template literal. We'll take the placeholder string and minutes remaining. So this is a number, we'll make it into string dot pad start, and then we will make it 2 digits long and add some decimals, and this needs to be in quotes, of course. And then right over here, the first thing has been declared. Let's put a colon and another placeholder. So string seconds remaining dot pad start 2 and 0. And there we go. That line is complete. Then next up, we have to make an if statement. So, if the time here, if time is less than or equal to 0, we will clear the interval, timer interval, and timer display the text content will be a string time is up. There we go. Else we will do time minus minus to decrement. Alright, there we go. And then I am going to go here, add 1000. That's going to be 1000 milliseconds. That's the interval. How often do we want to update the page? And then let's get the start btn dot add event listener, click and run the function start time. Alright, and now everything should be there. Alright, let's go and give this a try. Let's say 2 minutes. Start. Nope, of course not. Alright, it's not working yet, but I have a couple of things I want to try. So I'm gonna try a different type of approach. So I'm gonna take function start timer, and then I'm gonna let timer be duration, minutes and seconds. Set interval, and that's gonna be an unnamed function. And then we will make minutes, make it into numbers, parse int, divide by 60 and 10, and seconds is parse int, once again timer modulus 60 and 10, and there we go. And then I am going to make a couple of new lines. So minutes equals minutes if it's less than question mark 0 plus minutes colon minutes. So that's a ternary operator, except I wrote it all wrong. It should say if the minutes is less than 10. And these are the wrong side up. So if minutes less than 10, is that true? If it's 0, we will print minutes, and else minutes. Then we will do the same thing to seconds. Less than 10, 0 plus seconds, and there we go. Display, actually timer, display, and let's take the text content, make it equal to minutes plus, we don't need the colon, seconds. So that's string concatenation. Alright, and if the time, if the timer is less than 0, we will set the timer to be duration. Then we'll go here and here, say 1000, and here, and window on load function, and then we're gonna do start button, add event listener, click start timer. Alright, and timer display is gonna be timer display dot text content is going to be minutes plus seconds and start timer. Let's invoke the function. Let's say 5 minutes, add these as parameters, and there we go. And now I need a comma. There we go. 2. Oh my gosh. Okay, as you guys can see, I am not a pro at this myself either, but I'm learning all the time. Anyways, I'm gonna try this one more time here quickly. So let's get the minutes, then the start button. There we go. And timer display. There we go. Let the timer interval and duration. Alright, let's make a function, start timer again, and let's make a input value that's gonna parse the int minutes input dot value. And oh no, don't use that. And 10. And if it's not a number, input value, or if input value dot value is less than 0, we will make an alert. Please enter a positive number and return. Not over there, but like that. Alright, and then we'll go here and we're gonna make the duration to be equal to our input value times 60, and timer is duration, timer interval, set interval function, and minutes. Let's use parse int on this one. Timer divided by 60, comma 10, and let's seconds. Let's parse int timer modulus 60 and 10, and minutes is minutes. Is it? Let's use the ternary operator. Alright, and do the same for the seconds. And this one needs to be minutes. Then let's go to timer display dot text content. That's gonna be minutes plus seconds, and then timer minus equals 1. And if timer is basically less than or equal to 0, we will clear the interval called timer interval, and timer interval is gonna be null, reset. Then we're gonna go here, we gotta add the interval 1000 milliseconds, a semicolon, and then I want to add here the start button and the event listener and click, and then we are gonna start the timer function. Okay, and a semicolon. Why is it giving me an error? There we go. So plus this and plus, there we go. Alright, let's see. 5 start. Okay, I'm gonna say that that doesn't look right. I'm gonna remove these. 5. No, 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 no. Let's remove that. There's something real weird going on. I can't make a simple program. What? Okay, the problem might be here. I gotta decrement this by 1000 milliseconds. Okay, it's doing it really fast. Something's going on. I'm too tired right now. Oh man. Okay, after looking at the code for a while, I think the problem is this. I had an this symbol. It should be modulus. Alright, let's see. 5 minutes. Alright, it works. The only thing was that instead of modulus, I had an at symbol. So yeah. Anyways, now we can add like 25 minutes. And there we go. What if we add like 0.1? Is that gonna be like... Alright, so that's... comma 10. Let's see, 0.1 and a start. Okay, I'm gonna put 1. It works. And when it goes down, I hope that it will stop correctly. Be right back. Okay, seems like it stops at 1 second, and that's okay. I'm satisfied with this. Alright, anyways. It's 2:20 a.m. right now and I have woken up so early today. I'm super tired. I gotta go to bed. But anyways, I got this done. I'm happy about that. And yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and next time I will find something interesting. Anyways, or more interesting. Anyways, see you guys later. Have a wonderful day and happy learning.